that time of year again. Okay, Google, turn on Nest.
Okay, turning the hallway on.
Hi, we're the Tech Family. Tech review. We're the Tech Family UK and we're going to do a review on the Nest 3rd generation learning thermostat. You heard earlier that I asked my Google Assistant to turn on the thermostat. I've done a review on the Google Home and the Google Mini, which should be linked somewhere below, so please go and check the video out. Nest 3rd generation thermostat connects with Google Home beautifully. And when it's feeling cold, I can just simply ask Google to turn on the thermostat and or turn the heating up or down. But enough about Google Home. And like I said, if you want more information on that, just check out the links for the video below. The thermostat is compatible with almost all central heating systems, including combi boilers, system and heat-only boilers, as well as underfloor systems and many others. Nest thermostat is a beautifully designed and a truly clever piece of kit. Aside from the Google Assistant, we can control the thermostat and the hot water either manually using the contraption itself or by controlling it via the app. With the app, you can control your heating and or hot water from anywhere, whether you're in work, shopping, or even whilst you're on holiday. It is also versatile. You can replace it over your previous wired thermostat, but if you fancy a change and you wish to move it to a new location, Nest has got you. You can place the thermostat on a Nest stand and move it to wherever you like in your home. It truly is intelligent. It learns your patterns. It learns the temperature settings that we like. It also learns when you're at home and whether you are away, and it also adjusts the temperatures accordingly. It will increase the heating when you are at home to your liking, and it also reduces the temperatures when it detects that you are not in. This is very convenient. Nobody wants to come home to a cold house, and when you are not in, it also saves you money in the event that you forget to adjust the thermostat before you leave the house. I've got to say, it is energy efficient. Where you set the temperature to an energy efficient level, the Nest thermostat will display a green leaf. This ultimately means you are saving money, and who does not want to save money in these times of austerity? You also receive emails to demonstrate the savings each month. It basically provides your energy history. The data in the emails are useful in working out where you can make even more savings. It even shows the comparisons, around the world. So if you're not about that life and you do not need to sign up to emails, but me and hubby, we kind of like this kind of information, but you don't need to sign up to it if you're not. So as I have said, the thermostat learns what you like, but it can also create schedules for the home. Even more cleverly, it learns how long it takes to heat up your home and uses just enough energy to keep you as snug as a bug in a rug. The display is truly stunning. The display is quite large and the resolution is sharper than what I expected it to be. It is interactive and has motion sensors. So when you walk past, it activates and it will display the temperature, the weather, amongst other things. Hi guys, so here is the demonstration. So as you can see, the Nest thermostat is attached to our wall, so it's attached to the existing wiring where the old thermostat was. But like I mentioned, or I will mention in the video, if you want to move it to a new location, all you need to do is add the Nest to a separate Nest stand, and therefore you can literally have it anywhere. So you can have it in the bathroom, you can have it in your bedroom, you can have it in the kitchen, you can have it wherever you want. So let me show you what the actual contraption itself looks like. So you can see it comes away from the wall relatively easily, but the point which I wanted to make was it is an absolutely beautiful design. You can see here the digital display is truly stunning, and the design itself, or the weight of the product, is fairly light, to be honest, and it is, like I said, it's just absolutely beautiful. So let me walk you through how you can actually use the product itself. I have just clipped it back to the wall. I mentioned previously that you can use a stand, which will also need the wiring if and when you decide that you no longer want it on the wall and you want to have it somewhere else, such as your bedroom or your bathroom or the kitchen or wherever. This is the stand, this is what the stand looks like, and this will basically be sat in here, and it's flexible. You can basically move it around the home. So in terms of the actual product itself and the way that it looks, so let me turn the camera a little bit so you can have a good look. So this at the moment is showing a analog clock. So you can basically change this display as and when. So if I was to be away, at the moment it detects that there is someone here, but if I wasn't anywhere near it, it would be a blank screen. But because I'm near it, we've set it to show an analog clock. So whenever you walk past, this is what can be seen. In terms of the settings, and in order to control it, all you need to do is press on the dial. So you can see at the moment that the heat is set to 11.5 degrees. And below you can see there is a green leaf. That green leaf signifies that it is a good temperature, it's energy efficient. But it's not that warm. So therefore, if I want to increase the heat, all I need to do is turn this dial. And like I've mentioned, you can also control this using your app. So I'm going to set it to about 21.5 degrees. Now 21.5 degrees isn't the most energy efficient, but it is ideal for me. So I've set it to 21.5 degrees. Normally it will show you how long it will take to get to that temperature, but because I've been fiddling around with the dial, it's not, because technically speaking the temperature is around that setting already. So the temperature at the moment is showing at 19.5. You can see that I can mess around with the dials. You might be able to see here that there is a line here that's showing 23.5 degrees. That is the current temperature that is in the home right now. So if I was to set it to 21.5, which is normally how I normally set it, but because it was a little bit cold, we've set it a little bit higher. It will kind of remain within 21.5 and the 23.5 range. But the good thing about this is if I wanted to increase the temperature beyond 24, so I wanted to go to about 25 degrees, it will show me how long it will take to do that. So it basically says under 10 minutes. So within 10 minutes, I should be able to get the temperature at around the 25 degree mark, which is pretty handy. So like I said, in order to control the temperature, all you need to do is turn the dials. The green leaf indicates that you are in energy efficiency mode or eco mode. And if you wanted to increase the temperature, it will also indicate how long it's going to take to get to your desired temperature. So in terms of the other settings, all I need to do is press down. So it shows here that outside is 10.5 degrees here in the beautiful UK. Inside the house is currently 23.5 degrees, and there is a 40% chance of rain or precipitation, whichever you want to call it. As well as that, that shows, so when you turn the dial, so the first turn shows the mode, which is heat mode. So you can control it. If I was to press on the heat mode, it will show that heating is off. Reason being is because I am at my desired temperature. So if I was to press this again and move beyond the mode, that's eco mode. So if I wanted to go to the eco mode, which you can set yourself, either using the app or you can control it here as well, you can set an eco mode, so it's not costing you too much, but you kind of keep the temperature within the home at an equilibrium. This is to control the hot water. So at the moment it shows hot water on until 8 o'clock. So we've set the hot water to be on. It's currently on and heating, but it will stop at around 8 o'clock today. So you can set your schedules for as and when you want to heat up the hot water. We don't do that every single day, but you can, because obviously our tanker can heat it up and it retains the heat of the water. Now, I also need to add that if you have a combi boiler, you do not necessarily need to mess around with this, because obviously your heating and your hot water is in sync, so you don't necessarily need to do this. But for those with other systems, you can control as and when you have hot water. As well as the hot water, you can also set the schedule using this. We usually use the app to set the schedule, but if I was to press the button, it shows our schedule for the week. So with me being an early bird to get up for work in the morning, I usually set my temperature at around 21.5 degrees at around between 4 and 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm not sure whether you can clearly see that. But between 4 and 5 in the morning, because I absolutely hate waking up in the morning in a cold house because I struggle to get out of bed then. So I've set it that way pretty much throughout the week, with the temperature dropping to eco mode a couple of hours later when I am no longer in the house. Do I need to do this? It's arguable, because technically speaking, the thermostat is a learning thermostat. It can pick up as soon as I set it. So if I come in and I set it at 21.5 degrees, it'll detect the time I do the same thing again the following day, the same thing the following day, and the same. If I continue to use the same routine, it'll pick that up and it'll know automatically. Yep, Michelle and Mohsin will probably want the temperature set at 21.5 degrees at a set time during the day. So it's pretty clever like that. So we've gone through the mode, the eco, the hot water, and the schedule. It also shows the history. So we've had our heating apparently yesterday on for 3.5 hours, which is interesting to note. And you can also control the settings via this. So in terms of the settings, hot water schedule is enabled. This is what I was talking about for our little twinkle horrors. If you wanted to lock it, you can set a lock on here, but I don't currently need to because the girls know better than to come and mess with the thermostat. And there's the eco mode. Minimum is 15 degrees Celsius. Home and away assist, which we also control, like I said, via the app. Nest Sense and Nest Protect, which, as I told you, this actually works with the Nest Protect in terms of detecting when we are home and when we're not, using the motion sensors, but there's going to be a follow-up video for that. You can set the brightness. At the moment it's on medium, but if I wanted to increase the brightness I can do using this. Display, far sight, and I've set it to the analog clock because I like it, and obviously it's ideal. I walk past, I can see the time, and time management is very important for our family, in terms of work, school, etc. And click sound, again, I'm not sure whether you can hear, but every time I move through the menus, you can hear the clicking, so you can switch that on or off. You can set to Fahrenheit or Celsius. We work on Celsius here in this household. Some people work on Fahrenheit, so you can adjust that as and when, but as you can see, the temperature at the moment in the house is 23.5 degrees Celsius. Placement, this is currently in our hallway. Like I said, you can have this absolutely anywhere in the house, especially if you have the stand, which I showed you earlier. But yeah, you can basically place it anywhere. The network is our network. Nest app is under hubby. Language, location is set as well as the language, which is English because that's what we speak here. And date and time, which is the 23rd of September, and the time is roughly around 6 o'clock. Equipment, so if I was to go into equipment, it's system boiler, heat with on off, hot water with on off, and then you can test it. So yeah, that's that. So then we've got Nest Pro, technical info, legal info, reset, and back to the actual thermostat itself. So the display is great. It's beautiful. It's more beautiful than I thought that it was going to be. I don't think you can really say much else other than it's a really sleek design. It fits in with the family and our routines. It knows exactly how we want our heating to be. It heats up the hot water when we want the hot water to be heated up. It's pretty great. So back to the rest of the review. This 3rd generation thermostat is a lovely addition to our Nest family of products. In a previous video, we had reviewed the Nest Hello doorbell camera. We also have the Nest Protect, which we will also review very soon. What is also smart about the Nest and their products is that they all talk to each other. The camera and the Nest Protect detects motion, letting the thermostat know that there is someone in the home. Then it will ultimately adjust the temperatures for you. So, what if the internet was to go down? What would you do? Well guys, there's a manual override, so you will never need to worry about not having any heating. It is truly a great addition to any smart home. Now, how does it help families? How does it help the tech family? Myself and hubby have the app, which is free to download and use. But you can also manually lock the thermostat to prevent these twinkle horrors from messing with the thermostat when your back is turned.
Excuse me?
Hey!
Well, no, girls, we are totally on to you. You can control the heating from anywhere. Both myself and Layla Rahman both suffer from asthma, which is triggered by cold temperatures. Being able to control the temperature easily helps us both, particularly with our symptoms. So, girls, what's your opinion on the thermostat?
Well, I can use it. And it's voice activated, so it's easy to use.
Layla?
I have no clue.
You have no clue? Well, do you feel warm in the house?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's pretty good in terms of heating up the home. So, we've had the product for over 2 years now, and we absolutely love it. Anything to make my life easier. Now for the Tech Family UK ratings. So I rate this a 9 out of 10. It is a perfect product and it does what it says on the tin basically. Given the beauty of the visual display, it would have been nice if I could have transferred pictures or something along those lines on there. I also suggest that there should be an audio function. It should be for those who are visually impaired, so this may already be in the pipeline, but it's a consideration for them. Layla?
I give this a 10 because it's easy to use and it's easy because I don't have to use it.
Maya?
I am giving this a 10 because I just don't have anything bad to say about it.
So, the overall verdict for the Tech Family UK is a 29 out of 30. It is a very, very good product. It's very useful. It obviously heats up your home. It is a smart product, so you can control it from anywhere in the world. You can't really go wrong with buying the product. It's also a useful product and it saves you money. So you can't argue with that concept. So, as always, girls, what do we need to tell our viewers to do? Like, share, and subscribe. We'll see you again in our next video. TTFN.
And also, comment down below if you like this video.